You're looking at a typical hierarchy of switches in two networks here, one on each side of the router. And you notice we have lots of redundant links in here. That's a good thing. That way, if a link or a port goes out, then there's an alternate path to get pretty much everywhere here. So now PC1 wants to talk to PC2, but these switches will say don't yet know where the other switches are. Or it could be that it's sending out a broadcast. Either way, this happens. So PC1 sends out either a broadcast or a request to talk to PC2. This switch 0, doesn't know where PC2 is, and so it forwards something out, either that forwards the frame out or forwards a request out, depending on what the situation was, on every port except the port on which it came in. Well, these three switches in turn now forward out something to every port except the port on which that came in. And then you can see what happens here in that now this switch, let's say down here, switch 2, doesn't know where PC2 is, so it forwards out of all of the ports on which except for the port on which that frame came in. And now you can see what's going on here. We have a loop. We have redundant, these switches just going, for example, these let's take these 4 switches, are constantly going to be sending this information around, these frames around in a big loop, and it's going to be going backwards in here too. So we're going to have constant loops going on here, and we have what we call a broadcast storm, which will bring the network down in no time at all. So what we need is a way to turn off those loops. Here's kind of a quick way to look at that. I've got just a very simple case here where if this switch receives something, sends it out, broadcasts it out to this switch and this switch, then it's going to go back to this switch and this switch, and it's going to go in a loop like this. Same thing in the other direction. So STP, or Spanning Tree Protocol, blocks off those loops. It will stop communication here between switch 0 and switch 2. So now any switch can get to any other switch, but there's only one way to do it. Switch 0 can go to switch 1, then to switch 2. Or switch 2 can go to switch 1 and then switch 0, so everybody can talk to each other without redundancy. So in the next few short videos, we're going to be looking at how STP, or Spanning Tree Protocol, does its job.